Hi. So, every now and then, I get the sudden urge to record an unscripted video. For those of you that have watched my You Now compilation video where I did certain characters, I can be humorous, but I can also be not humorous when I'm unscripted. So today, what I'm going to be doing is a completely unscripted video about some things that have been happening in my life, possibly in your life. We're going to see what happens, going to see if there's anything salvageable from this. But yeah, let's get going. There's like dust flying in here. There's a cat fur on the microphone. Production qualities are going downhill. So let's delve into the title. I am 17 now. November 22nd, I turned 17, and I've got to be honest, this year it feels a little bit more like a downer than it does like an accomplishment, because 17 is just one of those boring years. Now, I don't want to sound like I'm nitpicking things about being young, but it's just, when you look at 17, look at a 17-year-old. I mean, not in that, okay, let me rephrase that. Look at what 17-year-olds do, alright? Either they're moving out, they're getting ready to, go to college, they've done all their testing, and it's their last year of school, and they've got everything done. I'm a different kind of 17-year-old. To explain this, let me talk about 16. This year, I got my permit, which many 16-year-olds would be getting their license. However, I waited because I haven't gotten completely comfortable with the concept of driving. Put me on a stage where I can talk to 500 people, I'm fine, but if you put me on a 2-lane road going to the library, you might not come back. As far as college and school and everything, I'm still a junior until August or so of next year when I'll be a senior, and I haven't really done testing except for a PSAT, which is a predecessor to the SAT, and that didn't go well, and I haven't gotten the test results back from that, and I think that's a good thing, so they can keep them. I didn't do good. I mean, there was math stuff I've never even learned before, because I'm not up to that point yet. There's stuff that you take in senior year that I haven't taken yet, but I did do okay in grammar, but I'm still very scared that I might have like the lowest score in math, because I don't know what some of that stuff even was. But moving on from testing, the thing with 17-year-olds on YouTube especially, they're doing all these amazing things. Okay, they're traveling to, I don't know, Greenland, or they have like a billboard that says their name or something, I don't know. But you get what I mean. They're doing all this stuff. All the popular 17-year-olds, the only stuff I'm doing is my shoulder just cracked. And I'm sure you guys can argue, like, Karsten, you're into acting, that's something. Well, there's none of that's going on right now, so I'm just a home dweller. These 17-year-olds, going back to the main point, will I get my license this year? Maybe. I'll have to drive a lot in order to do that. Will I use my license? Probably not that much as a normal 17-year-old would do. I'm a little different. But as you guys have probably observed, I'm not the average person. Nobody is. This just got deep. And besides us being a year older, you start losing the child privilege when you talk to friends of your family. Because when I was younger, I would get all these compliments even when in my early teen years of, oh my gosh, Karsten is so mature. Oh my gosh, Karsten is just so polite. Oh my gosh, Karsten. Now, if someone calls me mature, either they're trying to say that I'm aging quickly, my hair is going to fall out, or I have no social life. One of those is true. The other thing is, when you're 17, I don't think achievements get as much glory, because it's like, when you look at somebody that's 17, and they get like, let's say they win a national prize, you're just like, oh, well, they're practically an adult. You see, you're losing the awe of, oh my gosh, a 13-year-old won that prize, but if a 17-year-old does it, it's like, oh, well, he should just be in the adult competition. You see some of my points. I mean, I have a lot to be thankful for. I'm just trying to, spin in a comedic way how 17 is not the best. Okay, let's move on. Thanksgiving happened. I'm so thankful. I don't have anything particular to report about Thanksgiving. The food was good. We stayed around here and ate among ourselves in the peace and quietness of the countryside of Tennessee. And my cat ate a lot of turkey. So, just a grand old exciting Thanksgiving. For those of you who are wondering, Karsten, what did you do for your birthday? Keep in mind, I've lived in Tennessee probably for almost 11 years now. 11 years. after 11 birthdays in one place, you start running out of things to do. Okay, going to a restaurant becomes a celebration, whereas when a couple years back maybe you went to an amusement park. Once you've lived someplace like here, you know, it's kind of a smaller area of Tennessee, you exasperate your options very quickly. So instead I was just kind of like, well, I don't really have much of a choice now. We've kind of done everything over the years. Back to the room. But it was nice, you know, I didn't tell my parents I needed anything, because as I say, with technology and everything, it's as long as it works and stays working, I'm good. So I didn't ask for anything. However, over the last couple of months, I've had some like early Christmas or birthday presents, like, you know, this whole setup, you know, for the self-taping auditions, and there's also a new microphone on here. You may have noticed that quality change. So, you know, that was kind of stuff through the years. There's also dust flying in here. I guess I need an air cleaner. There we go, air cleaner. I'll just ask for another one of those. So yeah, it was pretty mundane. However, I'm thinking of some other excursions that might happen in December. Just other things like that, stuff that couldn't happen on the 22nd that might happen at a later date but could still be considered a birthday celebration. Don't ask me the technicalities. So, something fun just happened. My camera said it was out of storage because I forgot to empty out previously recorded footage, so I don't know how much is left from what I just said. So, I was talking about my social life, which is also deleted. I always joke about a social life because that's the closest I'll ever get to actually having one. See, another one. See, I can just keep reusing it until it gets old. Just like this channel. See, a joke about my channel. See, it just keeps repeating. Much like my joke. Okay, alright. But just so you guys know, I do socialize. I took an 8-week archery class, so that was pretty cool. Met a couple people there. They met me. It was very mutual appreciation for each other. I went on a youth trip and stayed in a rail car. That was interesting. That was right before my birthday. Had a good time there. I did some hiking, which I actually liked. I think it was in total about 4 miles, which is like, I didn't think it was that long because I was just enjoying myself. Took a lot of pictures. Here are some of those now. Enjoy them. Let you have a little eye candy with some of my photography. At least it will go to something. Beautiful place. It's the summer camp, and the winter is just kind of deserted. Some of the stuff you can't use, obviously, like the lake, which was probably freezing. It was just a good little church youth group trip. 10 out of 10. And a thumb. I don't know if I'll make another one of these ever again. It might be the only one. I might do these things whenever I have something I want to share publicly. I don't know. There is a chance. Hold on. Just so you guys know, there is a chance I might be getting a new phone. I might do a series of videos where I try popular apps I've always seen other people using, and just see if I can figure out how to use them with no instruction, and see if I like them. Knowing me, I probably will use them once. I'll have an account on there, I'll add people back, but I will never update it. Much like my Instagram, which hasn't been updated in... Or my Twitter, where I just randomly live tweet stuff, like the Macy's parade. Continuity. And another thumb. So yeah, those will be entitled like Karsten Tries Snapchat, or Karsten Tries Musically. That one. That will be a challenge for me to actually try that one. But I know a lot of people use Snapchat, and people update it constantly. Like, you see people just, you know, sending a picture of their toe or something and being like, yeah, just hanging out. I don't know. Hangnail? Was that a hangnail joke? Alright. When we reach toe jokes, it's time for me to cut this off. Thank you for watching. This is Carson Frisky, Unscripted, which some would consider boring. I don't know. Hopefully you liked it. But this is me, Carson Frisky, again, signing off. Head nod.